D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So, wow, Over the Moon is such a fantastic movie, and I'm really going to get into it in just a second, but before I get started on this review, I just want to say that if you like what I do here, and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is going to do their annual bot purge and old account cleanse, and there usually is a tiny bit of collateral damage. I don't know why, but there is. So I please ask that you share, like, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So let's get started on this movie, Over the Moon by Netflix. This movie, like I said, is fantastic. I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed this movie. It was just really, really good. I want to start off with talking about the cast. So I just want to talk real quick about the smaller characters. Like we have John Cho as Baba, or Faye's father, and we also have Sandra Oh as Miss Zhao, Baba's new fiance and Faye's stepmother, and they did a good job. I mean, like, this is the thing, their parts are so small in the movie, especially Sandra Oh's character, that they don't really like stand out as in you go, oh my gosh, they were so amazing, but they did a good job. I mean, like, I love Sandra Oh and John Cho, so I mean, they both, like I said, they did a good job, but it wasn't something like so Luminary. So then I want to talk also about the secondary characters as the family, like Kimiko Glen and Margaret Cho. They did a good job as the aunties. I thought that they were fun. I liked how Kimiko's Auntie May was like all like, oh, I love Jeong, and then Auntie Ling, she was just like, oh, she stole the pills, the eternal pills for herself, and oh, she doesn't need a man, or what, I can't remember all that she said, but it was like a good contrast, but then at the same time, Margaret Cho's Auntie Ling was still, like, fascinated with the whole story. So they did a good job, but they didn't, like, in my opinion, they were just background characters, and that's all they were. Nothing crazy standoutish to me. Next I want to talk about is we have Jeong, who played Gobi. Now, I liked Gobi as a character, and we'll talk about his song later also, but as a character, he was super fun. I liked how he was just very playful. Jeong does such a great job because he's such a great guy. I mean, like, he's a comedian, used to be a doctor. I find that very fascinating and everything, but I think that he, as Gobi, the character, was like, a former advisor, and then he gets exiled over a song, but he's super fun and playful, and I really liked him a lot, and like I said, Jeong did a good job. Next, what I want to talk about is Phillipa Soo. Now, I will talk about her singing later, but she played Changa, and she did a really great job as this moon goddess. You could feel in the voice acting that this was a character that longed for love, as her love had died a long time ago, and I really liked her like costumes in the movie. I really liked how it had this haute couture kind of aspect to it. From what I understand, they did get a Chinese designer to design her outfits for this movie, and I found that very fascinating and pretty great. You have Robert G. Chu as Chin, which is Ms. Zhao's son, and he's 8, and he plays ping pong, and he's very cool. I loved how he'd be like, no boundaries, and he tried to run through a wall and everything, and then it paid off in the end when he's like, no boundaries, and then he ran through that like force field into the darkness and everything. I found that really great, and I really liked this character a lot. I thought he was playful and fun, and I thought that he taught Faye a lot of really important things throughout this movie, and how important family is, which we'll talk about later when we get to the themes portion of this. Then last I want to talk about is Cathy Ang as Faye. Now, I really enjoyed her voice work on this movie. I've never heard of Cathy Ang, but I did think that she did such a great job as this character. I mean, you just really got the sense of the loneliness that she felt, the heartbreak that she felt through the loss of her mother, and then possibly the loss of her father, which she was trying to prove that, love is eternal. I want to now go on to the animation. The animation in this movie is great. And I thought that, you know, when I first heard about this, I was like, I mean, Netflix, you know, their animation stuff isn't like the best in my opinion. Well, I take that back. Their animation stuff, some of it's pretty good. Some of it's very very iffy. But they got Glen Keane, who is used to work for Disney, to animate this thing, and I thought it was very great. He also directed it. Sorry, he directed it, and then he did animate some of the stuff. And I thought the animation in this movie is so good. It's crisp, it's clean, it's colorful. It's definitely on par with Disney as far as animation goes. And I thought that story-wise, it was great too. This was actually a Chinese folklore that I found very fascinating. I went on Wikipedia and read about it because I thought they had made it up for this movie, but they didn't. It's actually real. But back to the animation, I think that this has a chance to win an Oscar this year. I mean, if it doesn't get nominated, that's insane. Next, I want to talk about the music. The songs in this were really good. I enjoyed this movie immensely as far as songs go. Some more than others, but for overall. First, I want to talk about Gobi's song. Gobi's song, I really did enjoy this song. I thought it wasn't my favorite one of this one. Plus, all of the songs in this movie are very they're all about what's presently going on and the subject matter, so you couldn't sing this with some random whatever. You couldn't just sing this about, you know, cleaning the kitchen, because you're like, you know. But Gobi's song was fun. I thought it was sad, but yet happy and cheerful at the same time. So next I want to talk about Faye's song, Rocket to the Moon. I really like this song a lot. Talk about a song that made me get all watery in the eyes. Just singing about how she's going to prove to her father that love is eternal, and she's going to build this spaceship to the moon. It was very cute and very endearing, and I loved it a lot, and it was such a good song. So then next I want to talk about my favorite song in the entire movie, Ultra Luminary, which is sung by Phillipa Soo, and oh my gosh, she was the standout person in this entire movie for me. This song was so great. I loved its K-poppy popness at the beginning, and then there's that small section in the middle where she's like it's all dark and she's sad, and she, like, Phillipa Soo's, when she hits those long notes, not I can't sing it right now. Anyways, but when she hits those long notes, you're like ba 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 da 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 ba 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 ba. That part, oh my gosh, like perfection. It was so good. She's so good. She's previously from Hamilton. That's the only thing that I know her from. But so good. I cannot wait to see what she does next as far as anything acting or singing wise. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on her because she was just great. So now I want to talk about the overall themes of this movie. One was love, dealing with the loss of love, dealing with loss in general, with Baba losing his wife, Faye losing her mother, and then trying to get over that and move forward. Faye obviously couldn't do it as fast as her father. And I mean, it's you can tell what Faye was trying to do, you know, with all this change going on. She didn't want her father to forget her mother, and lose her in that way by losing her father to this new person. But I mean, eventually she got over it and was great. Also, the loss of love with Changa. She lost her love for eternity, and yet she's sitting on the moon, just sitting there pining away. And it was very sad because she had to, at the end of it, try to get over that also. Also, not only, but I think with all of this, I think the main portion and the main theme of this movie is family. Something that I really loved was that whole kind of Sunday dinner thing that they had going on, where the whole family came over and talked, and shared a meal together, that they also cooked together. I thought that was great also. I really loved it, and I think that, family is important, and I think that this movie really shined a light on that to signify the importance of that, and just the coming together of, family and support. So, In conclusion, Over the Moon is a fantastic movie. It's so good, from animation to singing to voice acting. I definitely suggest you watch this. It's streaming now on Netflix. It's so good. Me and my kids sat down and watched it. It was super great. My daughter got up and was dancing when Ultra Luminary was going on. It was pretty great. But yeah, go watch this movie. It's so great. If you don't have Netflix, you should get it just for this movie. It's so good. I would recommend it to anybody. So tell me, did you guys see this movie? Did you like this movie? What did you like about it? What was your favorite part? What's your favorite song? You can go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next movie review. You guys have a good day. Bye.